Yeah, so this is my first viewing of this movie. It was so popular, I more or less avoided it due to that. Um, but the consequence of that is I knew everything that was going to happen. And I've actually been to. I knew like literally the lines that reveal like that that Allison Williams' character is also a villain, so I knew the whole thing. I've actually been to an academic conference in which one of the panels was on this movie. But anyway, so yeah, I've seen a bunch of the earlier Bloomhouse pictures, the production company that made this, and it's strange. Despite this movie's reputation, it actually really adheres to this production company's house style, very much like a small horror movie with a few people that's located in a specific place, like that's like a one set type thing or a mostly one set type of thing. And so for all of the kind of social commentary wrapped in the film, it actually is also seeming to draw from this kind of this production company's way of doing things, which seems to be pretty cost conscious.
This is my second watch of this film, and the reason I recommended it was because I was really looking forward to watching it again. My first watch was right after it came out, but I know I saw it at home, so it must have been when it was released for home viewing. I didn't actually have everything spoiled like Tom did, so I was watching this clean and fresh, and I'm always concerned when something has a lot of hype. And what I would say is, I did thoroughly enjoy this film. I thought it brought a new perspective to the horror genre. And I liked the way it unfolded as we learned a little bit more about this mystery. On the second watch, I was specifically focused on, does it actually hold up? And I believe it actually does hold up if you look at some of the events that occurred along the way. And they did a pretty good job of keeping the movie pretty tight with not a lot of loose ends. His later work, Jordan Peele, this was his first director, writer movie, Us, while I think it may have actually been a better horror film, definitely falls apart once they get into the logic of the underlying premise.
I definitely enjoyed it as well. I think I was sort of in a similar camp as Tom, where I was like, I felt like I knew everything about the movie before watching it, but I feel like it didn't really ruin it for me. Like, it was very good. It really like made you look at the details, which honestly were really well done. It felt really open close, so to speak. I really liked all of those features with it, and I do think it aged well. Granted, it's I guess it was 4 years old. Yeah, I guess it. That was like 2 years old. I'm like, oh no,
it's just graduating.
Yeah. I haven't seen his latest film, Us. It also looks very good, but I think it's funny because Get Out is like, it's a horror movie, but it's not really a horror movie until like the second half of the actual film. Like the first half, I actually was just taking my time. I was actually like doing stuff, and then when things kind of hit the wall, so to speak, then I was like, all right, I can sit down and watch this. And it was actually made a really nice and easy watch. Like it was a lot easier to watch than I thought it would be.
So this was my second viewing. I think I had seen it shortly, not too long after it came out, and it was at home. I knew the basic premise, but I didn't know specifically who was involved. So I didn't know going in necessarily that the girlfriend was that involved. So there were some surprises, when I had watched it the first time, and I liked it. I normally am not too crazy about the horror genre. I think there's, I try to watch the classics, or at least some of the classics, but a lot of them are good, but it's not something I normally look for. And so, yeah, so I enjoyed it, and I think it held up on a second viewing. There were a few things that I paid more attention to, because it wasn't, I wasn't just kind of sitting there in suspense, waiting to see, who dies and who makes it out.